Hi, this is Prios, today talking about the topic expected value calculations for investment, poker and life, where I will come up with a really special example, specially made for you, what I called Sex EV. Now let's come to the content plan for today. So first I will talk about what the expected value is. Second, I will show you why you should use expected value when you make a decision and how it works. And later I will give you 3 examples. One is for poker, a second one is for investing, and the last one is the live EV example, the sex EV that I brought up for you and that everyone is waiting for. You can also fast forward if you are only interested in that. And last, I will give a conclusion in my final thoughts. So, what is expected value? The expected value is the expected average outcome of a random variable or the expected outcome of a random event. For example, a 6-sided dice has 6 possible outcomes. All values have equal probability. You can expect to roll a 3.5 on average. And that is your expected value. So why should I use expected value in my decision-making process? Often you got a few options to choose from. Of course, you should try to find the best option to maximize your benefits or minimize your losses. The EV is a tool to help you to make better or even the best decision. So how is it working? Given a matrix of different choices with different uncertain outcomes, you calculate the average value of each choice and decide this way what's the best action to take. If you doesn't understand everything yet, don't worry. I will be clarifying this with the examples I give next. The first one is for poker, and of course I got a new and poker related background for this one. So we are on the river holding the nut flush. This is our board and we are holding ace 4 clubs. The pot is $5 and our opponent is betting into us for $3. We got $10 behind and our opponent covers us. It might be obvious what we should do now, but let's analyze this nevertheless. We got 3 possible options: calling, folding or raising all in. We got the nuts, we can't lose, but let's still visualize that problem with a probability tree. So our options are calling, folding, raising. If we call, we will get 8 and we risk 3. Actually, we are not risking anything here because we got the best hand and can't beat. But in some cases, we are not having the best hand and we are risking something and will not win every time. This is just an easy example to show how the EV calculation is working. If we are folding, the pot is lost and our outcome is 0. And if we are raising, the tree splits into 2 different cases. In the first one, our opponent will fold and we win the pot and gain 8. And if our opponent is not folding, for example, if he's holding a flush as well, we will win 50. So it's obvious that folding is the worst option. Calling is a bit better, but raising is even more favorable as we guarantee get 8 and also have a chance of winning 15. So let's come to our investment example. We got 10k on our bank account. We can either keep it on that and gain nothing or invest in a project. This project will go bankrupt with a probability of 50%. It will give us back 1.1k with a chance of 40%, or we can run really hard and get 10k back. So now we need to compare these 2 options in order to find the solution for our problem. As the EV of keeping the money into the bank is 0, you need to have an EV of 0 or bigger to prefer the project. The EV of our project is 0.5 multiplied minus 1k. This is the bankruptcy case. Second, we have the mediocre case where we get 100 in profits, and the last term, the 0.1 multiplied 9k, is the case in that we ran really hot. If we solve that problem, we come to a number of 440. This is higher than the EV of keeping the money into the bank, and investing in the project therefore has the higher expected value and should be preferred over holding cash. So now let's come to the live example. The sex EV. Whoa. This example is not 100% serious, it's just to illustrate that you can use the EV concept in almost any situation. Now let's come to the thing everyone is waiting for. The sex EV example. You are going out for dinner and that will cost you 30 euros, and afterwards you will go into the cinema that will cost you additional 10 euros. Now you can choose to take a hot attractive girl or man with you. That will cost you additional 40. The company of the person is worth nothing to you, but getting him or her laid is worth 1k for you. As it's most of the time in life, you have to go through some dates first in order to get laid. You have to invest some money in order to take your chances. Let's say you assume a 10% chance of going to bed with her or him is this investment plus EV. You invest 40 in order to get an experience worth 1k. So your EV is 0.1 multiplied 1k minus 40. And solving this problem gets us to an EV number of 60. So your decision is right, as your EV is 60 euros compared to 0 when you go out alone. Alternatively, you can also solve for the probability you need at least to still have the date. This would be EV greater or equal 0. Now we are not solving for the EV anymore, we are solving for the probability. Solving the formula you see where it brings us to a number of 3.85% that we need at least in order to take her or him out. F is the probability to get a, you know what I mean? And 1 minus F is the converse probability of not getting a Now I will come to my conclusions plus final thoughts. Not all EV-based decisions are that easy as the ones we discussed here. The examples were just to take a look on a complex topic and to learn the basics. In reality, you can have decision trees with a lot more branches, which are branchy in itself as well. EV is a super helpful tool to make good or better decisions in a complex world. But you can also take it a bit too far when you try to make every decision in life based on EV. And sometimes the EV can even be misleading. For instance, in our investment example, if you make the investment based on EV and 1k is your whole bankroll, you might be better off waiting for an opportunity with less risk of ruin if you cannot regain your bankroll easily and or also have to pay your cost of living from your bankroll. I hope this was informative. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please subscribe and give me a like, and also feel free to comment below. Bye.